So full time in the Portsmouth friendly 3-1 only conceded in the last, minute of the game. So I'm just going to give my quick thoughts because actually that was a really good performance from the entire team in both halves. And I think what's really interesting is that was, yes, our stronger team of the two we played today. But there were players in that other team who could have contributed today. For example, Keelan Boyd-Muntz, Dan Casey. So Hazard in goals didn't have anything to do until about the 80th minute. Came in, claimed a couple of crosses and came out for a couple of balls, but didn't have to make a save for a lot of the match. And it really speaks to what Duff is doing with this team, that we made a championship team look pretty, not even average. They just didn't make anything interesting. They couldn't really get through us. They couldn't really get around us, and they did try and target the wings. So it was really interesting seeing that. And I thought it was interesting that Connor Taylor was chosen over Dan Casey today. Is that what we're thinking going through into the season, that Connor's actually, off the back of his excellent run last season, going to potentially start this season? Or was it just a case of different players need different levels of minutes? We'll see more of that to come. Henderson, far better deeper. Tried in a 10 against QPR. Didn't work. He played deeper and he scores in the second or third minute. Brilliant goal. Great cut by Fred, and he just slots it in. Brilliant. This is exactly what you want. Midfielders arriving late into the box for the shots that the attacking midfielder and the striker can't get. Silko again, looking better, looked absolutely gassed by the 45th minute, but he was doing a lot of running. He glides through players when he wants to. Brilliant dribbling. And he looked a bit better decision. I'm not going to say his decision making has been magically fixed in 7 days, but he looked better today. But now it's probably about bringing his fitness up to scratch and getting to the stage where he can play 60 minutes, 70 minutes, 80 minutes. But that doesn't even matter because we then have Mika Olabayi off the bench, who is electric. I think he's better than Ash Mehmeti when Mehmeti joined. And Mehmeti was 21 or 22, and this guy's only turned 17. It is insane that he just looks so comfortable at this level already. Speaks volumes as to the excellent work the academy is doing. That in our first batch of youngsters in a grade 4 academy that's only been created, we already have somebody like Mika Olabayi coming through, and other players like Mo Keita, who came on in the second half and looked good, physical, reading the game, making blocks, doing what he could. That goal did come down from his side, but I don't think he did anything terribly wrong. It was a good cross and a good header. That happens. And it happened in the 89th minute. I also want to point out Hazard's reaction to the goal being conceded. He absolutely punched the ground in frustration. Now, this is only a friendly, but immediately I can see that difference in mentality from him and Norris. He was legitimately fuming that even in a friendly, he wasn't keeping that clean sheet. And that's a brilliant, brilliant mentality to have, because he always wants to stop those goals. He always wants that clean sheet. And that's invaluable. You know, clean sheets turn draws into wins. They turn 1-1s into 1-0s. And you're not going to win every game 2-0, 3-0, 4-0. I mean, Woodrow, good. I do think he'd be better as a 10. Tesgill didn't have a lot to work with in the second half. I think we weren't as aggressive in the second half. We were 2-0 up. We were quite happy 60th minute just to not sit back, but not go all guns blazing, especially in a friendly. You don't want injuries. You don't want people sprinting themselves to death. But he looked promising. He got up for the balls. He did what he could. And Mullins, I thought, was phenomenal. Looks a bit stronger. He's not absolutely massive, but he looks like he's put on a little bit of muscle on his top. Looks a little stronger. And I mean, his assist for Mika was perfect. Gets the ball, drives in, and he sees Mika. He actually has two options on either side. He plays the pass to Mika, and Mika finishes spectacularly. It's everything you could want. So it was a really, really good game. I'm not going to sit here and tell you we're going to win the league off the back of it, but the fact we went against championship opponents who played a good team, and for 85 minutes reduced them to one free kick chance is really promising. Really promising. We're not the finished article, we've still got signs to make. I know it's really not ideal with playing Dan Harvey at right back. We need another right back. Jack will be brilliant when he comes back, but we need a natural right back who can fit in. You know, we have no Finn Mack, we have no Niall Huggins. We need to go out and find one. I think we could probably do with another winger who can cover both sides and maybe even in the middle, just for depth. But it's coming together. And I think we're starting to see what Duff and Wycombe can do when Duff's had a full pre-season, got his players in, got the players that are really going to contribute to what he wants rather than using, let's be honest, Dodd's players, and building towards something that could be great next season. So lots to look forward to.